Hi guys, I wanted to do a little short video on brushes and brush care today. I've had a lot of questions on my streams about which brushes I use. A lot of them are the standard ones that most people use, but there's one different one that I use which has really helped me and saved me a lot of money. So the main brush I use these days for putting a lot of work into my minis is this very cheap synthetic brush. Okay, and as you can see, it's not in a great condition, but I've been using this brush for 3 to 4 months now, every day, and I paint for 6 to 8 hours a day, and as you can see, it's still got a point. It's still absolutely fine for adding base coats, washes, glazes, blending, and I use it as my paint mixing brush as well. So every paint mixture I make, I use this brush and I get paint up beyond the ferrule and it's still absolutely fine. Right, and this is, I don't know if you can see the make there. It's a Makai. It's from China. I ordered it off of a place called Shopee, which is here in Asia. I'll put the link down below. But these brushes were 79 pesos in Filipino money, which is probably the equivalent of 30 to 50 cents in America or Australia. They've been an absolute lifesaver for me. They've saved my other sable brushes because I use them a lot less, and I only use my other sable brushes for fine detail and when I want real sable quality control of the paint. This is how they come. So they come, like I say, nicely sealed. They have a cap protector on them. As you can see with this one, it's unused. I bought about 6 of these because I thought I'll go through with nobody's business, and I'm still on the first one, which has lasted, like I say, 3 to 4 months now. So it's an absolute godsend. So my second set of brushes are these here. So my main fine detail brush is my Winsor & Newton Series 7 size 0, and it's still in very good condition. It's got a good point and it's lasted me quite a while now. Prior to getting the synthetic brush, I'd go through these brushes once every couple of weeks. So this one I've had on the go for 6 to 8 weeks now, and it's still absolutely fine because of the reduced number of use. My second main brush of choice for finer detail work is another Winsor & Newton. I've got a Series 1 just for larger areas where I want a bit more control. So I also use these two brands as well sometimes, just because they're very good brushes. And sometimes the mood just takes me into using something different. But I have the Raphael's 8404 and the Da Vinci Maestro's 35s. Both of these are great brushes, really good sharp tips, especially the Da Vinci. The Da Vinci, this one, seems to have an amazingly sharp tip, and they last quite well too. So that's my brushes pretty much covered. So there is another item which has really helped save my brushes. And again, this is another item that I bought off of Shopee, which is very cheap. It's got a bit dirty now, but you can see roughly what it is. This is the brush washer station. And what happens is we've got There's a little cleaning pot here, which is more than enough to put any brush in and clean. Right, and as soon as you've cleaned your brush, the water gets dirty, and you can literally empty it out, and it fills up again from the bottle with beautiful, clear, crisp, clean water. I'm convinced this has certainly helped save my sable brushes a bit as well, because before I would use a jar and I wouldn't change it for 5 or 6 hours sometimes, and it got really dirty, and I feel like I was just cleaning the brush in dirty paint water. This has really helped to extend the life of my sable brushes as well. They stay very clean now. Again, I'll put the link to this down below, but it was another, I think it was about 280 pesos, which is probably less than $10 from Shopee again, but these I would highly recommend. I've loved having this one. And the last area I'll go into is, everyone in the painting world seems to know about this, but every day when I paint, after every session, I give a quick clean and rinse with the brush cleaner. This is the Masters one, which I've found the best. I've tried several others, but this is the one I seem to find I get the best results with. So I get the brush moist, and I'll just drag the soap very gently, wash, add some moisture to the soap, and I just rub very gently, and I'm rubbing from the ferrule to the tip of the paintbrush. I usually do it 3 or 4 times. This time I'll just do a few gentle rubs to get soap in the bristles. And then I'll literally drag and rotate my brush till it's into a nice point, and then I leave it like that. I don't put it in my mouth to make a point or anything like that. I literally just leave it like that and let it set. Now the soap sets the bristles a bit firm and keeps them in shape, but the soap that's left in the bristles will also condition the bristles and keep them really nice and supple. So I hope you've enjoyed those few tips and learning about my brushes, and thank you for watching.